Hello everyone, Vincent Briatore here. It's good to see everyone. Not the best day for a video, but I have a pick for you guys, and I don't do a lot of crypto videos anymore, but this one is worth the wait, right? And this one has a 10x upside. It's a great coin. I've been investing in it a little while, and I'm really excited about to bring to you. So first off, let's just look at some charts, and I'm gonna talk about a little bit of the technicals of the project. Many of you guys are familiar with this coin. All right, it's a Solana DEX, right? It's called Raydium. Traded basically anywhere. It is RAY, Ray. So Ray is a AMM, which is an automated market maker, meaning it facilitates swaps using its own liquidity, which is different from Jupiter. And you may hear people say, well, Jupiter's better, yada, yada, yada. But Jupiter's a different beast. It's a different beast. I'm getting a new roof. Like I said, it's noisy, but I'm like, when I get in my head, I want to talk about something. I don't feel like I got to delay it. I just want to get it out there. So let's bring up a history, right, of this token. And it's going back quite some time. So now you're looking back here in 2021, it touched $14, $15 at its all-time high. Now, right now it's trading at $2.20, $2.25. That's almost a 10x, right? Now, this, I know what you're thinking. Oh, it's way back in 2021. But recently here in January, it touched $7, $8 per coin. So that's a 400 or 500x potential that was just hitting in January. Then it pulled back with the overall market pullback. And you might ask yourself, when it hit such a high of $15, what made it pull back? Well, unfortunately, during that time, there was some security issues due to a Trojan. The DEX got hacked. So people lost some money. Shit happens. It happens with everybody, right? So these issues have been overcome. It sounds like somebody is dismantling my home right now. But anyway, moving on. This coin is directly correlated with Solana, basically. So if Solana goes up, generally this coin is going to go up exponentially. Not always, not every day, okay? But generally. So if you have faith in Solana as a coin and you know it has a future, which I'm a huge advocate of Solana, I'm heavily invested in that project as well, then you're going to have to support Raydium because, it has more volatility, obviously, but it's going to go up much higher. So if you're looking for higher profits, you got to take on a little bit more of that risk. But long term, there is some conflicting opinions about this, but I'm telling you, you guys going to trust Cryptodamus or you're going to trust some random blogger on CCM? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, where do I see this goes? When do I see this going? Well, you know what I'm saying? I think that within the next 2 to 3 months, we could see it at least start inching higher to the January high. So you're talking about $6 to $7 per coin. So that's a 300-400% increase. This could be happening right now. And, go on from there. If I told you that I could be certain about when it's going to hit $15 to $20, I'd be lying, right? But I'll tell you one thing, it's going to hit it and it's going to deliver higher returns much faster than I feel a lot of other coins. In the end, you just got to take some chances. I look at things like the history of performance, and that is just a huge indicator of future performance because it's already been assessed that people are willing to pay $6, they're willing to pay $7, they're willing to pay up to $15 per coin. Now, I understand that now it's lower, but when I've already assessed this kind of thing, the opportunity cost of it driving higher is much higher because it's already have a history of hitting that price. Bitcoin rises higher, and you never think anybody would pay $100,000 for one Bitcoin, yet it's happening now. With Raydium, you don't have to really imagine that because it's already happened. It's just happened in January. It happened a few years ago. People were paying higher prices. So I believe this one is primed for higher. And if it hits 10, if it hits 15, if it hits $20 per coin, you better bet your ass that I'm going to be buying it then too because I'm DCAing all the time. So that's ultimately the best way to go. I was reading something, somebody was talking about it, like in terms of real estate. Because someone was saying, oh, everything's going to shit. If the prices of homes went down, right, 20, 30%, would you be like, oh my God, the housing market is crashing? Or would you see that as an opportunity? Well, frankly, if home prices went down 30%, I would see it as an opportunity. Yeah, sure, you could always make an argument for, prices are going to keep falling. But we all know you cannot time the market. You DCA and you take chances. When I got a haircut, it hit 30% down. Guess what I did? I took a margin and went back in 100,000 in the stock market. Like I always double down. And you're like, oh, but what if things continue to go down for the rest of the year? Then I keep buying. As long as you're not in a situation with your margin or your investments that you're going to get shut down completely, you should focus on doubling down. This whole catching a falling knife, well, it's better to try to catch a falling knife and get cut on the way down, because you're going to profit when it goes back up, because it's always going to go back up. That's where you got to push away that fear. The alternative is what? Letting the knife fall completely, not investing at all, just sitting on your cash. Then you missed out on everything. I'm telling you, your profits are a direct correlation to the risks you take, to going against the current. Biggest money I always make is not listening to anybody else a lot of times. I know this is, you guys are listening to me, but I'm trying to be a contrarian here, but it is really true. I remember buying into Carvana, and other stocks, coins, when everybody, all of the media, every single article you read online was telling you that it was crazy. This shit was going to nothing. Get out of here. Guess what? I bought it. I didn't buy it at 9. I bought it at like 15. And I wrote it up to like 50, 60. Unfortunately, then I had to, buy a house, and I moved some money around. And what is it now? It's like over $100, might even be $200. But it just goes show you that I did let still that fear a little bit. Even though I'm a very seasoned investor, you can't help sometimes to let these outside influences, the media, the articles kind of get to you. Because it's true. Market is driven by people's sentiment, by people's willingness to double down and invest money. That's what's driving prices up. So if you feel a lot of negativity, it affects you too. And you think, what if this negativity is so large and overwhelming that it's going to create a sell-off? You just got to fight it and buy in. So if you guys I'm going to start making more crypto videos now, moving forward. I'm going to try to cover more opportunities. This is not a short trade. I'm telling you, this is a long-term investment. I'm going to be buying this. I'm going to continue buying this. I'm telling you, Raydium is going places because Solana's going places. And frankly, I don't want to just benefit from the upside of Solana. I'm willing to take some more risks on, the DEX and other coins that support its functions, because I believe that those are going to go up even higher. And Jupiter, the market cap, you look at her, I just don't see the type of returns on Jupiter that you're going to see in Raydium. That market cap is crazy. I know you can make an argument for, but it could go crazier, but it's just like, Raydium. That's where it's at. We already assessed the high points of $12, $6, $8. I think there's a good price coming in. So thank you guys for tuning back in. It's been a pleasure. I'm just using a computer camera, so I'm doing low effort today. But we're going to keep on going. So I'm back. Thank you guys for watching. As always, remember, buy red and sell green.